The high priest stands face to face with the mother of angels, the one who was once reigning in the reign of angels beside her. Goku beside Broly, Meirus and Zeno-sama's first guard are watching. Zeno-sama's first guard says, "So, because of my ambition to resolve this entire situation and challenge the high priest, I ended up not realizing you were here, right, Zakai?" Goku watches and says, "Zakai? You mean that's the name of the one who ruled all the angels?" The great priest starts to smile and says, "Exactly. Here we can see that Zakai is back with his power probably almost 100%. And all the battles that took place were just to strengthen her angelic and dark energy. How long it has been. It seemed like it would be nice never to see you again, but since you're here, to what do I owe your visit to? I find it very difficult for you alone to want to challenge all of us." At that instant, Sakai looks at the high priest and says, "Don't rush Daishinkan yet. You are nothing before me. I have not engaged in any battle unlike you. The only one who is breaking the rules you create is yourself. After having used a divine redemption on the destruction cats and having eliminated half of them, but you should know that I already brought them back. But still, very audacious of you. Cypher is here with me. He could have challenged you, but I decided not to get into more conflicts. I just watched the things that were happening. The time has passed, but I don't think anyone managed to forget everything that happened in the past. You and a horde of angels decided to turn against even the angels themselves. Other gods of destruction who possessed such high powers ended up by my side. From that moment, we can see that Ziel will not accept anything you want to do against him. But still, many things can happen. Don't you remember how fascinating all that was in the past? Our race could be above all if you hadn't decided to follow Zeno-sama. Why did you do that? Explain to me, Daishin-kan." Goku doesn't quite understand what's going on. Meirus watches and speaks. "Lord Goku, this is about matters of the past, matters only the High Priest knows. These are situations they went through millennia ago. The powers that the Great Priest managed to raise were very high powers. He knew that he needed to get stronger every time and that a big threat could still appear." At that instant, the High Priest says, "What are you trying to say with all this, and what are you thinking of doing?" At that moment, the Mother of Angels starts to laugh and says, "I know that with you I could never count, so this time I decided to bring him, the being from the past, back here with me." The High Priest changes his face to an angry one and says, "I mean, are you really going to do it? Does that mean you'll actually have that audacity? So it looks like you didn't just come here for the chat." Goku questions himself. Who is this being they're talking about? What's happening? Who is he? Zeno-sama's first guard looks on and says, "Looks like she's really going to do it. She will release the one who knows everything, or perhaps the true creator of everything. Zalama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls." Alright partner, why don't you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well connected to our entire universe of Z Warriors. Let's get back to the point. At that instant, Goku starts to speak. "Zalama? How is he the true creator? I don't understand anything anymore. What's happening? But Zeno-sama and the High Priest, what do they have to do with it?" Meirus responds, "In addition to all these celestial wars, in the past there existed a being who was the creator of everything, and another realm called the Realm of Dragons. This realm was the one that could perform extremely high powers and cause various catastrophes. It was a power that would go beyond the power of any of the other gods. If we analyze it all, maybe he could fear even more powers than Zeno-sama himself. For some reason, I prefer to believe that my father was right. He knew that from Zalama's thoughts and ideals, he could want to break up and cause anything. So we really need to understand the battles will still get more intriguing. Zalama's powers were extremely catastrophic. My father, alongside the angels who decided to stay by his side, managed to arrest this threat and even the mother of the angels. But apparently what we've seen in the past, perhaps it was not the true reality. Goku starts to question himself and says, "Like this? What are you saying? What are you talking?" At that moment, Zeno-sama's first guard says, "Something strange is happening. There may be a traitor among us, because how did they make it back? To me, it doesn't matter. I seem to be getting it now. Angelic power and dark magic power in a war sometimes mean nothing. Sometimes we just have to solve the whole situation like real barbarians, throwing punches and proving that we are the strongest. Son Goku, I think it's important for you to understand anyone's ideal here. The only thing you need to know is the level of power these guys are showing. They don't want to bring any peace to our universe. They just want to destroy everything and show that they are the strongest. At that moment, you will be able to choose which side you are on." Goku starts watching and says, "I don't know why you're asking me this. We came here just to train with the Great Priest, and if we analyze it, maybe it was your fault. So much so that the High Priest let his guard down and this woman is here in front of him." At that moment, the High Priest was silent, just watching. The High Priest watches Zakai and speaks, "Divine redemption, secret sealing technique." At that moment, the High Priest will try to strike the blow on the Mother of Angels. Merus holds his hand and says, "Don't you dare. You as being and the creator of everything, letting their taunts work out is a mistake. Even if Zalama is back, we will be able to resolve the battle against everyone. After all, this is a heavenly war." For a few moments, the Great Priest, who was the example of calm in person, lost his patience. But after the words of Merus, he even returned to his normal sanity. The High Priest begins to laugh. Zakai is surprised. The High Priest says, "It doesn't matter who you bring back or what you do. Know that even though you are very powerful, currently all our universes have different powers and are increasingly stronger. There are warriors here who are mortal and have a high potential to defeat many gods of destruction and many angels. You should believe more in your army as we believe in our warriors. We as celestial beings will be the last to engage in battle, so until then, we will not meet again." Zakai is surprised that Daishinkan continued with a calm in his body. Zakai starts laughing and says, "Very well. Worthy of the Great Priest. I hope my visit has been good for you. After all, I am the Mother of Angels. Boy, Goku is your name, isn't it? And are you Broly? I really heard great things from you guys. I would like them to ally themselves with me, but looking at this, I realize that it will not be possible. So know that no matter how powerful you are, we will finish you off. Soon we will see each other again." Zakai, the Mother of Angels, leaves the Celestial Palace. Moments pass after the conversation of Zeno's first guard next to the Great Priest, Goku, Broly, and Merus. Everyone ends up agreeing. Goku starts to smile and thanks him for the training he and Broly did. A whole day passed in the High Priest's hall. The High Priest begins to laugh and says, "At least now you already know some of the threats that will happen here." Goku gets excited to fight. Zeno's first guard continues with a serious expression and says, Interesting. I want to see soon what you will be able to do. Zeno's first guard enters into an agreement with the high priest and saw that the best course would be to leave it in the hands of mortals and right after the gods fight. At that moment, Meru smiles and says that she will fight alongside Goku in the Celestial War. Goku and Broly say goodbye to the great priest. The two teleport directly to the planet Beerus. Whis says, "Finally you arrived." Goku questions himself. What happened to the planet that half of it is all destroyed? At that moment, Whis uses a revitalization technique and makes the planet Beerus return to normal. Whis says, "You can rest assured, it's okay. It's just Mr. Beerus who decided to carry out a new training after millennia." Goku is impressed and says, "What? Did Mr. Beerus start training again?" To be continued. Alright partner, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Beerus performing new training, the mother of angels being introduced. Many battles will still take place. Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you've already arrived by exposing it here in your comments so that we can enter that crazy debate. Whack that like button and subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. That's all there is to it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.